Legal's mate, one of the most satisfying checkmates, and it starts with e4. Your opponent mirrors you with e5. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, d6, knight c3. 7 completely normal moves. Nothing suspicious so far. Your opponent plays bishop g4, pinning your knight to your queen. Annoying, but fine. You nudge it away with h3. They don't budge. Bishop h5, keeping the pin alive. And here's where everything changes. You play an unexpected move. Knight takes e5. Your knight is sitting in the middle of the board completely undefended, and your queen is still pinned. They look at the board, see your queen just sitting there for the taking, and they grab it. Obviously, who wouldn't? But then you play bishop f7. Check. The king has nowhere to go except e7. And then you play knight d5, another check. The king looks around for an escape square. There isn't one. 2 knights and a bishop have just delivered checkmate. That's Legal's mate, ICBM. The name stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly why. You open with knight f3. Your opponent plays d5. You push e4, challenging the center. They take the pawn and your knight is under attack. Instead of retreating, you push it all the way to g5, now eyeing their pawn on e4. They defend with knight f6. You press again with d3. They figure the pawn isn't worth defending and just trade it off. You recapture with your bishop, and now something subtle has happened. 2 very active pieces are pointed at their kingside, and there's an open d-file sitting right in the middle of the board just waiting to be used. Your opponent gets a little nervous and plays h6, trying to kick your knight off g5 and relieve some pressure. Reasonable move, except they just walk straight into the trap. You play knight takes f7. You're sacrificing your knight, just throwing it into their position and offering it up. They take it without hesitating. It's a free piece. But then you play bishop g6. Check. The king has to take it. And now your queen has a completely open diagonal running from one side of the board to the other, pointed directly at their queen with nothing in the way. You slide your queen across the entire board in one move and pick up their queen like it was always yours to take. Fried liver attack. This one starts as the Italian game. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. Most players at this point will develop their bishop to c5 and the game continues normally. But some players, especially at lower ratings, will play knight f6 instead. The problem is, if you don't know what you're doing as black, this move can get you into serious trouble. You play knight g5. Now you have 2 pieces pointing directly at the f7 pawn, and black has a big decision to make. Their only real option is d5, blocking your bishop. You take the pawn. An experienced player here would play knight a5, stepping out of the mess and entering a well-known theoretical line. But a lot of players will naturally recapture with their knight, assuming you're just making a trade. And that's where things get interesting. You play knight takes f7, forking the queen and the rook. Black has to take it. And now you play queen f3, check, forking the king and the knight at the same time. If they try to hold on to the knight with king e6, their king is now fully exposed in the center of the board, and you spend the next several moves building up a